results highlight a significant disconnect between the electorate and the established political framework. This reflects a notable surge in anti-establishment sentiments among the voters. An analysis of Trump's marketing and branding strategies unveils how they fueled his resurgence, enabling him to connect with a diverse coalition, including minority groups. Critique emerges surrounding the Democratic Party's missteps, particularly their reliance on established figures and narratives, which ultimately alienated potential supporters and failed to resonate with the broader electorate. Furthermore, internal party conflicts raise concerns about voter loss. Advocates stress that engaging moderates is crucial for maintaining electoral majorities and party relevance. The discussion of populism reveals how Trump's appeal to working-class voters signifies a shift in the political landscape, particularly in the post-neoliberal era. Criticism of the Democratic establishment highlights a failure to recognize their own elitism. It underscores the urgent need for Democrats to engage with average voters beyond mainstream media narratives. Supporters of Trump often feel he has faced unjust criticism, believing his victory opens avenues for deeper topics to explore over the coming years. Raising concerns about Trump's ideology, some critics label it as fascism. This emphasizes the need for liberals to accurately address and respond to such realities. A shift occurs in the conversation, focusing on the need for a unified democratic response that tackles the root causes of societal issues rather than merely reacting to Trump's actions. A perceived hypocrisy arises from a party advocating for women's rights while implementing policies that many view as harmful. Such contradictions erode public trust and encourage political disengagement. Populism is examined as a concept that often misleads, promising what voters want to hear without addressing the underlying truths, thus widening the chasm in political ideologies and public perception. The conversation also touches on Trump's potential for unity, particularly as he shifts focus from re-election to legacy, which may reshape his approach to governance and national cohesion. Critique persists regarding politicians' neglect of the influence of donor money on their actions and credibility, raising essential questions about the authenticity of political promises. Voter dissatisfaction with the economy emerges as a primary factor influencing political success, with many prioritizing economic stability over social issues such as abortion rights. Emphasizing the need for political unity and reform, especially in areas like election integrity and accountability, highlights the intricate complexities within American political dynamics. The interplay between social media and economic dissatisfaction creates a backdrop where voters feel unheard. Trump capitalizes on these sentiments, resonating with their frustrations and desire for representation. Pollsters struggle to accurately capture public sentiment regarding Trump, as his appeal often defies traditional metrics of political success, hinting at a potential realignment of voter priorities. Discussion reveals a shift in support among certain demographics, such as Latino men, toward Trump, indicating changing political alignments influenced by factors beyond immigration. Harris's inability to mobilize young voters, particularly women aged 18 to 29, was detrimental to her campaign. Engaging this demographic could have markedly influenced electoral outcomes. The campaign's strategy focused more on attacking Trump rather than presenting a constructive vision, which alienated potential supporters. A balanced approach could have attracted undecided voters. The Democratic Party's strategy of relying heavily on traditional figures may have hindered their electoral prospects. An open convention could have nurtured a more competitive and appealing candidate selection. Skepticism persists about the Democratic Party's ability to learn from past mistakes, with concerns they may continue to adopt right-wing scapegoating strategies, further jeopardizing electoral success. Concerns linger regarding prospective Democratic leaders like Gavin Newsom, who may be perceived as overly establishment-oriented, potentially alienating grassroots supporters. The conversation also reflects on historical political comebacks in America, comparing Trump's potential second term to those of past presidents, emphasizing the critical expectation of economic improvement. Trump's effective deal-making during his presidency resulted in real wage increases for many working Americans, demonstrating how economic policies can profoundly affect everyday lives despite the surrounding controversies. To enhance his future prospects, the video suggests Trump should promptly reverse Biden's fossil fuel regulations and address immigration issues, as these actions may bolster his political capital. Criticism arises that the Democratic Party has veered too far left, losing touch with common sense, especially concerning issues like trans athletes in women's sports, complicating their political future. The importance of grace in conceding after elections is emphasized, reflecting on Trump's past opponents. Accepting election results is vital for preserving democratic integrity. Voter demographics significantly influenced Trump's victory, as he secured support from women, Black men, and Latino voters, contradicting earlier predictions about his electoral viability. The evolving conversation regarding women's rights in politics, particularly around the issue of trans athletes, underscores the complexities within modern feminist discourse. Debate surrounding transgender athletes highlights tensions between inclusivity and fairness in sports, raising pressing questions about how to balance rights with competitive integrity. Recent reports indicate that many medals have been lost to women athletes due to competition with transgender athletes, emphasizing the urgent need for clear and fair policies. The discussion reflects broader societal challenges, such as the perception of the Democratic Party among working-class Americans, many of whom feel their views are dismissed, creating a disconnect from the political elite. Trump's personal interactions often leave a lasting impact, exemplifying his unique ability to forge personal connections which contribute to his political branding and consistent supporter engagement. The significance of strong female leadership in conservative politics is emphasized through examples of influential women supporting Trump, potentially impacting future electoral outcomes. The media's portrayal of Trump as a pathological liar raises pertinent questions about honesty in political discourse, stressing the need for clear and truthful political communication. Context in communication is crucial, as misunderstandings can lead to misinterpretations that unfairly damage reputations and propagate false narratives. The speaker expresses optimism about the potential benefits Trump could bring, including the possibility of saving millions of unborn children by returning abortion decisions to state control. Religious freedom emerges as a significant theme, with the speaker noting Trump's support from diverse racial and evangelical groups, showcasing a broader appeal that extends beyond just white evangelicals. Ultimately, the speaker believes that Trump's presidency could unify the nation, particularly in confronting pressing issues such as the ongoing war in Europe and ensuring economic prosperity for all.